Hi writers, today you're going to learn a strategy to help you get your words down on your paper when you write your stories. So let's start with a quick review of what we talked about last week. Does anyone remember? If you said how to write a story or the steps to take to write a story, you're right. Let's go over that. First, you think of a story and picture it in your mind. Next, draw the picture. Plan out what you want to say, and last, write the words. So writing the words is the part that we're going to talk about today. One thing that I tell kids when they're trying to write a word is to say the word slowly and write what you hear. Can you say that with me? Say the word slowly and write what you hear. If you're not sure of the sound or the letter that goes with the sound that you're saying, then just do your best. What we really want you to be doing right now is getting your ideas on paper and building your confidence as a writer. So say the word slowly and write what you hear will help you. Now later in the next couple lessons, we'll be learning some other tools that you can use to help you match those letters and sounds together and write them on your paper. But right now, we just want you to say the word slowly and write what you hear. And oftentimes, that's just all it takes to get that word written on your paper. So when you say a word slowly, you're stretching it out so that you can hear all the sounds and then writing those sounds. So let's practice a couple words together, and then I'm going to share a story with you. Okay, and I need to turn on my video, the iPad load. Okay, so if we were to write the word cat, let's say that slowly, k-at, k. Okay, that could be a C or a K, and I'm going to think it's a C. K-a, k-at. Okay, let's try another one. Big, ready? B, 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 I, I. I think that's an I. B, ig. See how I'm kind of going back and saying it from the beginning, and then I keep matching it up, and then I write the last sound. So, b, ig, big. That looks right. Okay, so I told you that I was going to write a story, and my story is about my other dog that I used to have named Oscar. And he was such a silly boy. You know what he loved to do? Eat the tomatoes out of the garden. I've had some silly dogs. I had another dog that liked to eat watermelon all the time. So crazy. Okay, so I want to write about Oscar and my dog Hank. I'm going to erase my board, and you guys can help me stretch out those sounds. Let's fix that so you guys can see my board a little bit better. All right, I kind of planned out my story already, but let's see. The first one was think about my story, and I told you I was going to write about Oscar and Hank. So I'm going to draw the picture. So here's, let's see, I'll draw it. I guess I'll draw it right here so you guys can see it. So here's some grass. And here's my tomato plants in my garden. Now you guys can use your crayons, but these little black circles, since I don't have my crayons, are the tomatoes. And this is what Oscar used to do. He'd creep into the garden, and then he'd steal those tomatoes. And then we'd go to the garden and we'd say, why don't we have any tomatoes? And then Oscar would be over in the other part of the yard, like chewing them all up. Okay, so here we need to draw Oscar was a pug. He was so cute. I don't know if you guys know about pugs, but they have like little scrunched up noses. There's his mouth. And they have a little curly tail. And And do you guys remember what I told you last time? Doesn't have to be perfect, just needs to be your best, right? Okay, so here's Oscar eating the tomatoes. And I think I'm just going to save Hank for another day, and we'll talk about the watermelon story another day because it's a good one too. Okay, let's see here. Now I need to think about or plan what I want to say. And I think I want to say, we used to have a pug named Oscar. So I'm going to start over here. W, 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 E. We had, h, h, had, d, d, a pug. And that's a kind of dog, so I need to make it capitalized. Pug, g, g. Let's see. We had a pug named and I'm going to come all the way over here. Oscar, and I already know how to spell his name, so I don't have to stretch that sound out. We had a pug named Oscar. Oscar loved to eat. Okay, let's see if it makes sense. We had a pug named Oscar. Oscar loved to eat tomatoes. Okay, so today we reviewed the steps to write a story, and then we talked about how you can say the words slowly and write what you hear to stretch out those sounds to get your words on paper. So later today, in one of your offline activities, you're going to think about a small moment, and you're going to say the words slowly after you take all those steps to help you plan your story. When you get stuck, say the words slowly and write what you hear. I can't wait to see your stories.